manifested my dream life. And it sounds so big when you talk about it, but it really is, why shouldn't you have a life that you really love and enjoy, and where you feel appreciated and you appreciate what you're doing every day? And my journey was really discovered in reverse. I discovered it as I found myself here in this space and in Thailand, in Chiang Mai, that wow, I actually manifested more or less everything that I wanted in life a couple of years ago. And I was kind of looking for a new place. I really liked the country I grew up in. I liked Sweden. It's nice, people are nice, it's a beautiful nature, it's a nice culture. But I felt satiated. I felt like there's more to life. I'm not growing here. I'm not really evolving. I'm feeling stuck. So that kind of got me into this wandering lust. And I started doing a lot of courses, a lot of meditation, and personal development. And I started with a lot of affirmations, like saying that I have everything that I want to have. And I actually started to planning, writing down, how does my dream life look like? What are the criteria of my dream life? What people do I have around me? What geographically area am I living in the world? How does it look like? The nature. Is it in a city? Is it around people that are spiritual or modern or into fashion or into arts or into sports? What kind of partner am I with? What am I doing for a living? All of these things, like really, really detailed, immense. So I kind of just wrote everything down. It took me a while to do it, like really meditating, sitting down a couple of, I think at least an hour a day. I was doing this for a couple of months, and then really started to visualizing, getting into the feeling. This is the feeling, right? This is how it feels when everything is manifested. And then I was taking a lot of steps towards this goal. But somewhere along the line, as I expect a lot of people might do, the consistency wears off because I might not actually get to the goal as fast as I want to. So I was still doing things. I was taking trainings, educations, but I didn't really focus on that goal so much anymore. I was still just working with the feeling. I want to feel this way, and I was working a lot with that. But I kind of wasn't working exactly towards that goal. So I wasn't really moving that fast towards that goal because I wasn't precise. The energy was not driven into this direction. And then if we fast forward a little bit, as I've been traveling a while, I met Sarah again, and we knew each other from before. We're neighbors, we used to work out in the same gym, and she told me about her magical experience to Thailand and her personal development job and the process and the uncoverings of layers of trauma and whatever life gives us, right? We don't go through life unscathed, right? There's layers of perceptions on us, conditionings. And she said, when I start to let go of this and I'm doing this deep work, I'm just feeling more and more like myself. And I was like, wow, that really sounds like what I'm looking for. So we got to know each other. We got together. I traveled to Chiang Mai in 2017. And I got to Chiang Mai and I was like, wow, this is a really cool place, but it's also very familiar, which is strange because I'd never been to Thailand, in at least not in the north. I've been to I was at Bangkok and Lanta, but it was just a vacation. It was a short vacation just passing through, and I don't have a lot of memories from it. But the north of Thailand, I didn't even know. I thought, in my mind, I was kind of like Thailand, it's like an island. I didn't even know about the mainland or, up north. So I got to Chiang Mai and I was not really in a complete understanding of what is this place. Super modern, has shopping malls you can buy cars in, and then half an hour you go outside and you're in deep jungle. So it kind of had both. And I was like, Okay, people are very spiritual, they're calmer because there's always food growing. There's been centuries of Buddhistic practices. There's several of monasteries and temples and all kinds of spiritual practices and mindfulness and energetic practices, healing practices, whatever it is, you can find it here in Chiang Mai. People are very friendly, they're very nature oriented, and slowly by slowly, I was kind of getting into, this place seems very familiar, but I don't even know about it before I got here. So I got home and I decided to move to Thailand with Sarah. So as I was doing that, I was clearing out my apartment and I was clearing out one of the space. I had a storage unit close to the apartment. I was clearing it out and I was opening up a moving crate. And in the crate, I found this notebook that says, I think it said Dream Life or Simba 2.0 or something. I don't remember the title. And I started going through the notes and I was just amazed by all the goals I wrote down about this place where I wanted to live that I didn't even have a name for, just matched with Chiang Mai, step by step. It was green, there was lakes, there was mountains. You could go to the ocean, but it wasn't by the ocean. People are spiritual, they're friendly. You can leave your belongings and no one steals them. And I was just amazed. I think it was like 30 or 40 points about like or sentences, bullets, and each and every one was just 100% match with Chiang Mai. So what I really learned from that exercise now, looking in hindsight, is that it's you don't have to know where you want to go in terms of I want to live in this country, in this city. Don't start from there. Start visualizing it in your head. Where do I want to go? And just write down everything. Dream big, like go wild. You can be anything and just go really wild and write down all of those things. Secondly, go into that feeling every day. Imagine yourself being in your dream life already and just go into that feeling and immerse yourself with that feeling because your brain will react. If you think in a certain way, if you really put yourself in a mind state, it will react the same as it's in a fictive situation, as the same as if you're in a real scenario, meaning like if I won $1 million, I would probably feel a certain way. But if I imagine I really am able to embody that mindset of I have won $1 million, if that's a goal, then my body and brain will respond the same way. You won't really know a difference. I did it, I didn't do it. It doesn't matter. Your body will feel the same. And once your body feel the same, you will start to take actionable tasks or steps towards that direction, or as you already have manifested that goal, which in turns creates a lot of momentum, a lot of energy. It's kind of like you're starting to attract all of these things into your life, no matter if they were there before or not. And that's really what I noticed in hindsight that I had been doing, but I wasn't even aware of it. So I really manifested my dream life, but I wasn't clear on the exact location where I wanted to go in the world, but I was very clear about how it looked like. And I went in and I thought about it and I went into that feeling every day and I worked hard towards that feeling every day. And then years later, I wind up here in Thailand and I thought to myself, wow, this is really amazing. I am literally in the dream life that I've been envisioning for so many years. And each new year I go through like old lists, like to-do lists or goals that I might have on my phone or emails and such. And then I erase them and just read through them. And every year, the things that I write down 1 year prior, when I'm erasing them the year after or prior to the next new year, I'm just noticing, wow, I'm already there. I'm already all these steps. It has gotten to the point where I actually feel like, is this really a goal? Did I actually set this out to be a goal? Because it's so obvious that I already have this in today's life. So I'm not even, I can't even fathom how I could envision this to be a goal for me, because it's so ingrained and so a natural part of my everyday life where I'm at today. And that's really how I think it works, right? That's really how I feel it works. That's really how I see this process works for myself, and now coaching others, getting into the same mindset and the same energy alignment, and then everything just happens, everything just comes together. But it really starts with the feeling inside, right? Like that you can see the image, you create the image, you address the feeling, and then you start taking steps towards manifesting it, and you will be there faster than you think. So if you have any questions about this, feel free to drop me a comment below or write me a DM, and I'll be more than happy to answer if there's more, because I know there's a lot of videos out like this. If there's like more tangible aspects that you were interested in, or how did you do with this, how did you do with this setback, or whatever it might be, just drop me a comment and I'll be more than happy to answer and guide you. And even if it's a lengthy question, I will just record another video explaining it, because the question you have, most likely a lot of other people have as well. So don't be shy. If you have a question, feel free to drop me that one and I'll be more than happy to answer your question. Happy New Year, and as cliche as it might seem, make the best out of your year, right? Really go for it. That's not, you know, there might be a lot of wisdom in cliches. Really go for it. Really go in and do your best and know when to rest. I would say that's the best advice I can give you from here. Okay, thank you.